The cake that will be served at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's upcoming wedding on May 19 is bound to be gorgeous. On Tuesday, the couple announced that they chose pastry chef Claire Ptak to create a lemon elderflower cake for their big day. If Meghan's chic style and love of food are any indication, the dessert will certainly be on trend and modern with a subtle nod to tradition. Harry and Meghan asked Ptak to create a dessert that will incorporate the bright flavors of spring, a statement from Kensington Palace read. It will be covered with buttercream and decorated with fresh flowers. With just enough details to get my creativity flowing, I took to the People Test kitchen to predict what this regal confection will actually look and taste like. Related, the most glamorous royal wedding cakes through history. First, it's all about the flavor. Ptak, who was raised in California like Meghan, focuses on using seasonal and organic ingredients, so she no doubt will be using fresh elderflowers in her cake recipe. Unfortunately, the tiny, creamy white blooms, which come from elderberries, are not easy to pick up in New York City during a crazy spring snowstorm, so I had to compromise and use elderflower liqueur, in this case Street Germain, to infuse my cake with the blossom flavor. I started with a lemon curd cake base, adapted from this recipe from my recipes. But instead of layering the cakes with curd as called for in the recipe, I used a mixture of elderflower liqueur, sugar and lemon juice and brushed it on top of both cake layers so the liquid would lightly soak through the sponge. Next up is the icing. If you've spent as much time deep diving into PTAK's Violet Bakery Cafe's Instagram account as me, you'd know that the pastry chef uses a not-so-perfect approach for frosting the outside of her dessert. It's the Meghan messy bun look of cakes, if you will. The icing is swirled on in a thoughtful but rustic way, nothing too polished or smooth. Also, she rarely decorates her wedding cakes with white buttercream. But this being the royal wedding after all, I stuck with traditional wedding white and added a watercolor effect in bright spring colors. It's finally on to the decorations. I had to be strategic when picking out fresh flowers to top the cake. My baker's intuition tells me that Ptak will opt to use peonies, which will be perfectly in season in time for the nuptials, but were not an option at my local florist today. Please see snowstorm above. So I picked up some garden roses and ranunculus, which evoked the look of peonies to me. Look, there's about a foot of snow on the ground, so I did what I could, and added Queen Anne's lace, the little white and green buds, because I liked the cheeky royal tie-in. So, what was my verdict? Let's add heavy sigh of relief. Making a wedding cake, whether it's only 2 tiers or a whopping 8 tiers, like Prince William and Princess Kate's colossal confection showstopper, is hard work. Yes, it took me 7 hours to bake, cool, frost and decorate the cake from start to finish, but the end result was more than worth the effort. Plus, I think the modern meets classic look with a floral twist is exactly the kind of look Meghan would like. Ahem, she follows me on Instagram, so we're basically best friends. And, by the way, the cake tasted fantastic. The lemon and elderflower come together perfectly. I dare say, it's almost like taking a bite right out of spring. Want the ultimate dish on the latest celebrity food news, plus exclusive recipes, videos and more? Click here to subscribe to the People Food newsletter. Read below for my full recipe if you're inclined to make the dessert yourself, and, while you're at it, toast the royal couple with this delicious elderflower lemonade cocktail. Lemon elderflower cake a la the royal wedding. 4 cups all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoon baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 4 sticks unsalted butter, at room temperature 2 cups plus 1 tablespoon sugar, divided zest of 2 lemons, 8 large eggs, 2 cups sour cream, at room temperature 6 tablespoon lemon juice, divided 1/4 cup elderflower liqueur, such as Saint Germain.